rocky planets. Now, just for clarification, the planet system is divided into two groups, the rocky planets and the gas giants. So 4 rocky planets are going to be visible during this time frame. If you get up and look out about 6:15 a.m., look to the southeast for Mercury just as it comes up. Now remember, it's going to be really low. Venus is higher and slightly to the right of Mercury, and I have it on very good authority that Venus is so bright and so clear that you will have absolutely no problem finding it. So maybe it will help you find Mercury. It's Mars, a third planet. It's slightly dimmer. It's also slightly reddish in hue, and it will be found to the lower right of Venus.
Okay.
Now, you're wondering where the 4th planet is? Okay, look down to where you're standing. You're on it.
Oh.
Earth is classified as a rocky planet.
Okay. All right.
On February 27th, somewhere between 6 and 6:15 a.m., look to the east, southeast. You will see Venus above the crescent moon. Now, halfway between the crescent moon and Venus, you will see Mars. Again, you may have to look close for it because it's so much smaller, and again, it's slightly reddish in color. If you viewed either one of the local stations yesterday, last night, for the weather report, or during the weather report, they did mention some of these phenomenon to look for in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
So it has been well advertised.
Okay.
That really is about all that's happening in the sky. There's no meteor showers this month, and everything is pretty calm. Now, following this broadcast, the Richfield Stars will meet in Roost 52 at noon.
Mm-hmm.
To give us something to look forward to, which, again, hasn't really happened this month, we'll be studying the stars and constellations in what is called the spring triangle. It's because these celestial objects that we'll be looking at are best viewed in March, April, and May. So that's upcoming before too much longer.
Mm-hmm.
So grab lunch in the Answer Cafe, bring it with you, and join us in Roost 52. Thanks.
Well, you said not much was going on, but that was quite a bit. Yes, February's full moon is called the snow moon, and it is the next full moon that will appear a week from today exactly, almost to the minute, on Wednesday the 16th at 11:56 a.m. So the snow moon signifies renewal in the spirit, and it gives people a chance to reset and reevaluate. So the Indian spiritual definition of the snow moon is a good one for this month. Also, there's a great website that I came across, which is called space.com, and it's in cooperation with Starry Night, and it provides a daily synopsis, astronomical synopsis, if you will, of what's happening. So that might be a resource to us. And again, please join the Richfield Stars at 12 noon today in the Roost 52. And they'll have a great DVD and some more information that Margaret will be sharing on the spring triangle. So next month we'll be hearing all about that and what we can look forward to, which we can look forward in the spring skies. Yes, awesome. Well, wonderful. We look forward to the meeting at noon in the Roost 52, and certainly do thank you once again for imparting this wonderful knowledge of the astronomical events that are to come.
My pleasure.
Awesome, awesome. Now, in continuing in honor of Black History Month, From the Jar of Awesomeness today highlights a local astronomer, astrophysicist, and local hero, a personal friend of mine and our families, as our parents graduated high school together. I'm speaking of none other than Dr. Beth A. Brown, who per NASA's website is one of the many who contributed to the success of the agency. Dr. Brown dreamed of studying the stars from early childhood. Her legacy as the first Black woman to receive a PhD in astronomy from the University of Michigan is one of many things in which she trailblazed. Dr. Beth Brown was born in Roanoke, Virginia on July 15, 1969, and had an interest in science from an early age. She often talked about how she liked science because she was always curious about how something worked and why something existed. She participated in science fairs in elementary and junior high school, but although space fascinated her, she chose projects that had nothing to do with astronomy. Dr. Brown grew up watching Star Trek, Star Wars, and other shows and movies about space. In fact, she often talked about how much Star Trek influenced her interest in space. She often cited seeing the Ring Nebula through a telescope when she was in high school as the impetus of her decision to pursue astronomy as a career. She was also interested in being an astronaut. She had some physical limitations that prevented her from being an astronaut. However, she attended Howard University, where she graduated summa cum laude, receiving a BS in astrophysics in 1991, and remained there for another year in the physics graduate program. Although she had been more a physicist major than an astronomy major, she decided to pursue astronomy as a career because it piqued her interest. She, because of her close proximity to NASA in the Washington, D.C. area, Beth was able to do a couple of summer internships with Goddard Space Flight Center, where she gained research experience. One of her professors made her look into what it takes to be an astronaut and what it is like to be in space. She discovered her nearsighted vision would hurt her chances of being an astronaut, and being in cramped quarters wasn't very appealing. Next, Beth entered the doctoral program at the University of Michigan's Department of Astronomy. She taught several labs, co-created a short course on astronomy, spent time observing at the Kitt Peak National Observatory in Arizona. That's one of your stops along the way.
Not yet, but it's on my list
On
of
your
places
list.
to go.
Okay. Presented at several conferences and spent time working at a science museum that also had a planetarium. Dr. Brown received her MS in astronomy in 1994, then went on to finish her thesis on the subject of elliptical galaxies. On December 20th, 1998, she received her PhD, the first African-American woman to obtain a doctorate in astronomy from the department. Dr. Brown returned to Goddard as a National Academy of Sciences, National Research Council postdoctorate research associate. And actually, we both worked at the National Academy of Sciences at the same time. Also, we lived in Greenbelt at the same time and spent time together at that time when she worked at NASA. In her position at the National Academy of Sciences, she continued her thesis work on X-ray emissions from galaxies. When that ended, she was hired directly by Goddard to work as an astrophysicist. Her main area of research was on the environment of elliptical galaxies, many of which shine brightly in the X-ray region of the electromagnetic spectrum. Boy, this is really testing my vocabulary skills, but this was such an impressive young lady. I just loved her dearly, and she continues to inspire science students in the not only in the local area in the Roanoke Valley, but all over the world, being the first African-American woman astronomer and astrophysicist to trailblaze a lot of areas. She could be energized by supernova explosions or possibly even the action of supermassive black holes. Dr. Brown used data from the Rosat X-ray satellite and the Chandra X-ray observatory to trace activity in these objects. She loved to do things involving educational research, and that is one of the main areas of her impact. One of her best-known outreach projects was the multi-wavelength Milky Way Project, an effort to make data on our home galaxy accessible to educators, students, and the general public by showing it in as many wavelengths as possible. Her last posting at Goddard was as Assistant Director of Science Communications and Higher Education in the Science and Exploration Doctorate at GSFC. Dr. Brown constantly worked to elevate the position of women and girls in science, particularly females of color, and was a member of the National Society of Black Physicists and often mentored young members. Dr. Brown worked at NASA until her death from a pulmonary embolism in 2008 and is remembered as one of the pioneering scientists of astrophysicists at the agency. Again, she was an extraordinary person. She did pass away at a young age. However, she achieved such greatness in her life. She is recognized all over the world and here locally. One of the halls, or I think the lobby at William Fleming High School, is named in honor of Dr. Beth Brown. And again, she continues to inspire people and young girls throughout this area and throughout the world. And she is a hometown hero for myself and many others in this area. So we have lots of African Americans to look up to in this area, and Beth Brown is one of them. So thank you all for allowing me to share this information about, once again, this hometown hero. Thank you all for joining us so that you know what to look for in the skies throughout this month. And once again, we just appreciate you all being involved in the clubs such as the Richfield Stars and others, and look forward to you all meeting with Margaret and the group at 12 noon in the Roost today. Thank you again for joining us on the 11:11 a.m. Fireside Chat with the Richfield Stars update, and we'll look forward to seeing you next month, second Wednesday. And I will see you, of course, on Monday. Have a wonderful day. And again, please remember that we will have a wonderful affair on Monday for the Community Love event in the Answer Cafe starting at 4 p.m., in which all are invited. Everyone is invited. Of course, this is sort of in lieu of the Red Ball that had to be canceled. However, we do invite each and every one of you to come over, enjoy music from the Henry Downing Band, hors d'oeuvres, and just a time for us to get together and show not only love to one another, but for our community. And we look forward to that. Of course, your Valentine's Day dinner is on Friday in the Answer Cafe. And then Super Bowl Sunday, you will have a special football-themed brunch in the Answer Cafe as well. So as usual, we have lots going on. And you will also receive the playlist for the virtual concert that will happen on Monday evening after the Community Love event. Miss Bethany James will be performing love songs on Channel 62 at 7:30 p.m. So we have all of our bases covered. We have a get-together happening, and for those who may not choose to join us in the Answer for the Community Love event, you can enjoy love songs at 7:30 p.m. right here on Channel 62. So thank you all once again. I look forward to all of these events, sharing all of these events with you all, and I hope you all will have a wonderful Wednesday. Bye-bye.